The text came at 8:17 that morning. "Can you come by the house today? We need to sign the sale paperwork." That was it. No, "Good morning." No, "How are you?" Just business. I stared at the message for a while before replying. "What time?" She answered almost immediately. 1 o'clock. 3 weeks. That's how long we'd been separated. Not divorced. Separated. After 9 years of marriage, Emma had packed 2 suitcases, moved into an apartment across town, and told everyone she needed to find herself. It hurt. But I wasn't angry. I honestly believed we could end things like adults. Split the house. Split the savings. Sign the papers. Move on. At least, that's what I thought. At 12:58, I pulled into our driveway. I still caught myself calling it our house, even though it didn't feel like mine anymore. There was another car parked outside. A black BMW X5. Definitely not Emma's. I figured her lawyer had arrived early. Or maybe the realtor. I grabbed the folder with the paperwork and walked to the front door. Emma opened it before I even knocked. She looked different. Her hair was done. Full makeup. A white summer dress I'd never seen before. She looked like she was getting ready for a date, not a divorce meeting. "Hi." Her voice sounded unusually cheerful. I nodded. "Ready to get this over with?" She smiled. "Almost." "Almost?" Before I could ask what she meant, she stepped aside. "Come in." The house smelled like fresh coffee. Someone had opened the windows. Music was playing quietly in the kitchen. That was strange. Emma hated background music. She always said it distracted her. Then I noticed something else. 2 coffee mugs. One on the kitchen island. One in the sink. Neither of them was mine. My stomach tightened. "Your lawyer here already?" I asked. Emma didn't answer immediately. Instead, she looked toward the living room. "Actually, before we start, there's someone I want you to meet." Every instinct in my body told me I wasn't going to like the next 5 seconds. A man walked around the corner. Tall. Maybe 6'2". Dark hair. Early 30s. Relaxed smile. He wasn't carrying paperwork. He wasn't wearing a suit. He looked comfortable. Too comfortable. Emma smiled at him, then looked back at me. "This is Ryan." Ryan stepped forward, held out his hand. "It's nice to finally meet you." I didn't move. Not because I wanted to be rude, because my brain had stopped working. Finally, I asked the only question that made sense. "Who is this?" Emma looked genuinely surprised. "My boyfriend." Silence. Ryan slowly lowered his hand. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. I honestly thought she was joking. Then she wrapped her arm around him and smiled. I looked at Emma. Then Ryan. Then back at Emma. "We're still married." She sighed. "I know." No apology. No embarrassment. Just, "I know." I laughed. Not because anything was funny. Because I couldn't believe this was real. "You invited me here to introduce me to your boyfriend?" She frowned. "I thought it would be better if everyone was honest." Honest. That word almost made me choke. Ryan finally spoke. "I know this is awkward." I turned toward him. "You have no idea." He looked uncomfortable. Good. At least one person in the room still had a conscience. Emma interrupted. "Can we please stay focused?" She picked up the folder from the dining table. "We're here to discuss selling the house." I didn't even look at the papers. Instead, I noticed Ryan sitting down. Not just anywhere. In my chair. The chair I'd used every Sunday for football. The chair Emma always joked nobody else was allowed to sit in. He picked up a coffee mug. Mine. The black one that said, "World's okayest husband." Emma had bought it as a joke 5 years earlier. Ryan took a sip, without even realizing what he was holding. Something inside me snapped. I walked over, took the mug out of his hand. He looked startled. "So that's what we're doing now?" Emma crossed her arms. Daniel, it's just a mug. No. I quietly placed it back on the counter. It's not. For the next 20 minutes, Emma talked numbers. Mortgage. Equity. Closing costs. Ryan barely spoke. But every now and then, he'd make little comments. We could renovate the kitchen. I think the backyard has potential. We should probably replace the fence. We. Every time he said it, I felt my jaw tighten. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I looked directly at him. What makes you think you'll ever live here? The room went completely silent. Ryan looked at Emma. Emma looked away. That tiny reaction told me everything. He wasn't guessing. They'd already talked about it. She'd already promised him my house, before the divorce was even finalized. I stood up. I'm leaving. Emma followed me to the front door. Don't make this harder than it has to be. I stopped walking, turned around. How long? She stared at the floor. Emma, how long? She whispered. About 8 months. 8 months. I felt like the air had disappeared. That meant our anniversary, Christmas, my birthday, my father's surgery, the vacation we'd planned but canceled because she claimed work was too stressful. Every single memory suddenly had another man standing just outside the frame. I looked back into the house. Ryan was pretending not to listen. He failed. As I reached my car, Emma called after me. Daniel, I never wanted you to find out like this. I looked at her one last time. No. You just wanted me to sign the papers first. She didn't answer. Because she couldn't. I got in my car, started the engine. Then my phone vibrated. Unknown number. One new message. I don't think Emma told either of us the truth. It was from Ryan. I read the message 3 times. I don't think Emma told either of us the truth. I almost ignored it. Instead, I replied. 5 minutes, Coffee Bean on Main Street. Ryan was already waiting when I arrived. He stood the moment he saw me. I wasn't sure you'd come. I almost didn't. Neither of us sat for a few seconds. It felt strange. The man I'd hated an hour earlier now looked like he hadn't slept in days. Finally, he spoke. I owe you an apology. You owe me an explanation. He nodded. I can do that. We sat. Ryan wrapped both hands around his coffee. He never drank it. I met Emma 11 months ago. He smiled sadly. At least, that's what I thought. I frowned. What does that mean? I found out yesterday. She'd been talking to me months before that. He unlocked his phone. Instagram. The first message. 16 months ago. Emma had reacted to one of his travel photos. They talked for weeks. Then suddenly, she disappeared. 3 months later, she messaged again, claiming she'd finally escaped a toxic marriage. She told me you'd been separated for over a year. I laughed quietly. We were still sleeping in the same bed. Ryan looked down. I know. She said you refused to sign divorce papers. She said she couldn't afford to leave. She said the house trapped her. Every sentence felt rehearsed, like Emma had been telling the same story for months. Then Ryan reached into his backpack. I need you to see something. It was a folder. Invoices. Kitchen designs. Bathroom plans. Contractor quotes. I didn't understand. What am I looking at? Ryan swallowed. Our renovation. Our? He nodded. Emma said once the divorce was finished, the house would finally belong to us. I stared at him. Our house? Yeah. I couldn't even speak. He continued. I've already paid for most of it. He slid another document toward me. Bank transfer. £18, 500. Another. £11, 200. Another. £9, 800. Then another. Then another. The total? Just over £74,000. I looked up. You paid this? He nodded. She said contractors needed deposits. Furniture. Legal fees. Kitchen. Roof. Everything. I slowly pushed the papers back. Ryan. I still own half that house. His face went blank. What? The divorce isn't even close to finished. For the first time, I watched someone else's world collapse. He stopped breathing for a second. No. She showed me papers. What papers? The agreement. What agreement? He opened his phone again. A PDF. Emma had highlighted one sentence. Daniel agrees to transfer ownership after settlement. I immediately recognized it. It wasn't a settlement. It was the first draft my lawyer had rejected months ago. It had never been signed, never filed, never approved. Emma had cropped the page, removed every rejection mark. Ryan whispered, "You're telling me?" She lied. She showed you fake paperwork. Neither of us spoke. The waitress came over, asked if we wanted anything else. Neither of us answered. She quietly walked away. Ryan rubbed his face. I sold my apartment. What? To help pay for the renovations. I stared at him. My savings. My investments. My apartment. Everything. Gone. He looked completely broken. I thought I was building our future. Then his phone buzzed. Emma. Again. 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 7 missed calls. Then a message. Don't tell him anything. Another. Please answer. Then. You promised you'd trust me. Ryan looked at me. I think she's scared. Before I could answer, my own phone rang. It was my lawyer. Daniel. I've just received Emma's updated financial disclosure. So? She forgot to mention £74,000. And I think I know exactly where it came from. I reached my lawyer's office 20 minutes later. Ryan came with me. Not because we trusted each other. Because neither of us trusted Emma anymore. My lawyer looked surprised when Ryan walked in. Then Ryan quietly placed the renovation invoices on the table. I think these belong here. My lawyer spent less than 5 minutes reading them. Then he leaned back. Oh, Emma. He explained everything. Emma hadn't reported a single payment Ryan had made. Not one. She'd claimed she had almost no savings. No financial support. No major gifts. Yet more than £70,000 had entered accounts connected to renovation companies. If those payments were for improving a jointly owned property, they mattered. Legally. A lot. The mediation started 3 days later. Emma smiled when she saw me. Then she saw Ryan. Her smile disappeared instantly. What are you doing here? Ryan didn't answer. He simply sat beside my lawyer. Emma looked at her own solicitor. This wasn't supposed to happen. For the first hour, everything followed Emma's plan. Sell the house. Split the money. Move on. Then my lawyer placed the renovation invoices on the table. One by one. Emma's solicitor frowned. What are these? Ryan answered. My money. Silence. I paid for the renovations Emma asked me to fund. Emma immediately interrupted. They were gifts. Ryan slowly shook his head. No. They were investments. You told me I'd own half the house. Emma froze. My lawyer produced the cropped PDF Emma had sent Ryan. Then the complete original. Side by side. Emma's solicitor looked at both. Then at Emma. Did you alter this document? She didn't answer. He asked again. Emma, did you send this? Still nothing. That silence said everything. Ryan spoke quietly. I sold my apartment because I believed you. I emptied my savings. I trusted you. Emma finally looked at him. I was going to pay you back. When? No answer. After the house sold? Still nothing. The room felt completely different now. This wasn't about an affair anymore. It wasn't even about the divorce. It was about fraud. Emma's own solicitor closed his notebook. I'm going to recommend we end today's mediation. She looked at him in disbelief. What? I can't continue until I understand exactly what happened. 3 months later, the divorce was finalized. The house was sold. Ryan recovered part of his money through a separate civil settlement. I kept my rightful share of the proceeds. Emma spent the next year dealing with lawsuits, instead of decorating the dream home she'd promised both of us. People sometimes ask me if I hate Ryan. I don't. He lost almost everything because he believed the woman I married. The difference is, I got out before I lost my future. He almost financed it. Emma thought introducing me to her new boyfriend would humiliate me. Instead, she accidentally introduced me to the only witness who could prove she had been lying to both of us all along.